YOUmedia.
YOUmedia.
We're in the Bronx, Arizona, San Francisco, Washington, D.C.,
Nashville,
Virginia, Colorado,
Chicago.
Madison,
Pittsburgh,
St. Paul,
Columbus,
Philadelphia.
Technology.
There's an idea of youth as digital natives, which I think is really off the mark. Kids who grow up with technology, they become naturals with it. So much of what we're trying to do is to reach kids who that's not the case for.
Like 55% of Philadelphians don't even have home internet access. So we introduce kids to creative computing, creative technology through things like copper tape circuits, or even just like taking apart old electronics to see like what are all the components that are inside.
We have the stop motion setup. We have Lego Mindstorm.
Film and photography, graphic design.
A fully functional music audio editing suite and isolation booth, as well as a video editing suite and soundstage.
These teens are really learning these unique job skills that could translate into a career.
Teen-driven.
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 One of the most vital elements of our space is the fact that our programs and our space itself is really teen interest driven.
We really have loved the model of taking users and making them the decision makers.
For example, if a kid comes in, he's interested in video, we don't make him shoot a documentary about gun violence. Some teams do address that issue, but it's nice that if they're like, I want to make a scary movie, that they make a scary movie, that they get to do what they want, because that's what's really going to fuel them and push them onto new levels of learning.
When youth are empowered to make decisions, they are amazing citizens.
creative play.
Learning through play. The best way to learn and master technology is through a playful approach.
It's a place where they can play, but they're also learning these skills. And by doing it in a way that's fun, it's becoming more meaningful.
We firmly believe that kids take their most important learning through play and then by failing and trying again.
They learn a lot through their failures. That could be failures in 3D design and they need to tweak something. That could be failure in stop motion. It doesn't really work out the way they wanted, so they reiterate and redo and they learn by doing.
Safe space, safe environments.
The safety aspect. Teens feel really at ease here. They don't have to worry about what's going on around them. They can concentrate on what they're doing and know that it's a safe environment.
YOUmedia's presence in general, I think, has started to turn that from sort of a negative kind of feel to a place where it's very productive. It's a very safe environment. They're learning, they're expressing their creativity.
Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a young lady come in for the first time. She came in and she just looked around and she noticed the atmosphere, which was kind of quiet and people were making stuff. She just threw herself down on a couch like this and said, "Oh, this is the best place ever." And that just kind of spoke volumes.
Collaboration.
Collaboration's been very strong. We're seeing some extraordinary examples of collaboration between students that didn't even know each other really before the studio opened.
Having the kids that are regulars guide different kids with various skill levels through that process and share what they know. They get really excited about showing them examples or explaining to them the video or animation. You see them come together and have fun with it.
Mentorship.
Mentor experience.
I myself am a mentor, and it's been one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had. I think it's very important that YOUmedias have mentors.
It can be really tempting to just buy a bunch of equipment and think that the programming will succeed through the interest level of these shiny new things. But what that overlooks is the importance of the relationship between the mentor and the youth.
When you pick up a camera for the first time, when you use a 3D printer for the first time, without any guidance, that can lead to a lot of frustration, and it can lead to just not wanting to try that stuff. So a mentor is there to just get the teens over that barrier, which will hopefully allow them to pursue their own interests using this technology.
The biggest thing I see is just the appreciation for our interests. I had a kid who, he was getting ready to leave one day. I shook his hand and told him goodbye and, by his name. And he said, "Wow, you remember my name?" And I said, "Yeah, I remember your name." Of course, it was huge with him. That was huge. This guy actually cares enough to remember my name. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe I should keep coming back.